لبيك اللهم لبيك لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك إن الحمد والنعمة لك والملك لا شريك لك لبيك اللهم لبيك لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك إن الحمد والنعمة لك والملك لا شريك لك.
With more and more people embracing Islam, each passing year sees an increase in the number of pilgrims traveling to Mecca for the Hajj. From every corner of the world, Muslims leave home and begin this journey of a lifetime. Answering the call of Allah, pilgrims head towards Mecca to complete the fifth pillar of Islam. And while the actual trip may begin just before the Hajj season, mental and spiritual preparation for the journey should take place long before. A key element that must be learned before performing the pilgrimage is the actual knowledge of Hajj and the actions prescribed by the Sharia. Scholars of Islamic jurisprudence have said, مَا لَا يَتِمَّ الْوَاجِبْ إِلَّا بِهِ فَهُوَ وَاجِبْ. What is required in order to fulfill an obligation is also an obligation. This means that it's necessary for you, as a pilgrim, to personally understand the steps and rites of Hajj, and not simply rely on others to instruct you along the way. Understanding these steps also develops a new level of appreciation for your experience, and it'll help you understand the history and significance behind the actions you perform. Let's begin this journey together with an explanation of all the steps necessary to complete Hajj. The first place that you as a pilgrim have to pass to mark the beginning of Hajj is the miqat. Here you must declare your intention to perform Hajj, Umrah, or both, and the special clothing that the pilgrim wears, called the ihram, must be worn. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, specified 6 places that serve as the miqat for pilgrims traveling from different parts of the world. For the people of Medina, the miqat is Dhul Hulayfa, 450 kilometers north of Mecca. For those coming from Syria, Jordan, Palestine, and Lebanon, the designated miqat is Al-Juhfa, close to the area of Rabigh. With time, the site of Al-Juhfa disappeared and Rabigh became the miqat. The miqat for people of Najd is Qarn al-Manazil, a mountain 94 kilometers to the east of Mecca overlooking Arafat. Yalamlam, a mountain 54 kilometers to the south of Mecca, is the miqat for those coming from Yemen. And for the people of Iraq, the miqat is Dhat Irq, located 94 kilometers to the northeast of Mecca. Today, most pilgrims who travel for Hajj or Umrah do so by plane. In this case, you'll need to make your intention and put on the ihram before passing the miqat. Many scholars encourage pilgrims to put on their Hajj garb well before reaching the miqat. On airplanes, the queues to change can be very long, and if you're not able to have your ihram on before passing the miqat, once you land, you'll have to travel back to a miqat or offer what's known as hadi, or a sacrifice, as expiation. Finally, for those residing between the miqat and Mecca, the ihram may be observed from home. To enter into a state of ihram is a fundamental part of Hajj. The rites of Umrah and Hajj begin with it, and it's essential that you understand both its wisdom and what can and can't be performed while wearing it. Ihram comes from the word haram, indicating that certain things that are typically halal or permitted become forbidden while in this state. In Salah, for example, the first takbir pronounced is called takbiratul ihram, meaning that certain permissible actions, like speaking, become haram while in this state of worship. A man's ihram is comprised of 2 clean, preferably white pieces of unstitched cloth. The izar covers the lower part of the body, and the ridat is wrapped around the shoulders and the upper part of the body except the head. The prohibition of wearing any sewn clothes includes shoes or sewn slippers. All men have to dress in this simple and humble cloth, removing all distinctions between rich and poor, and wiping away any division between nationalities. This way, all pilgrims approach the Haram al-Sharif as guests of Allah in a state of oneness and equality, full of humility, and leaving all worldly matters behind. A woman's ihram is more flexible, and she can wear whatever she pleases as long as it conforms to the Islamic dress code. In preparation for ihram, you should clip your finger and toenails if needed and remove any unwanted hair from the body. It is sunnah to perform ghusl or shower before wearing your ihram, and men are recommended to apply perfume to their head, beard, or body. Men can even spray their ihram with perfume, but only before it's worn. It's a common misconception that women who are menstruating or experiencing postnatal bleeding can't enter the state of ihram, but Islam teaches us that she should follow the steps of ihram as usual and complete all the rites of Hajj except for tawaf. It's reported from Ibn Abbas that Allah's Messenger, peace be upon him, said, "A woman in the state of confinement after childbirth and one in her menstruation period must take a complete bath, declare her ihram, and perform all the rites except circumambulation around the Kaaba, which she may perform after she is in a state of purification." Once the proper ihram is in place, you must recite your intention aloud. Declaring an audible niyyah for Hajj and Umrah is the only time Allah's Messenger, peace be upon him, verbalized his intention. In making your niyyah, it's important that you know which type of Hajj you'll be performing. One alternative is Hajj Ifrad, which refers to performing Hajj alone without Umrah. A second type is Hajj Qiran, where a pilgrim intends to perform both Hajj and Umrah together and remains in a state of Ihram until he's performed all the rites of both Umrah and Hajj. The third and final option, which we'll be reviewing, is Hajj Tamattu. In this type of pilgrimage, you'll combine Umrah and Hajj with a break in between. Tamattu, which in Arabic means enjoyment, is called so because after performing Umrah, you won't be bound by the restrictions of Ihram. Be able to wear your usual clothes, apply perfume, and return to a normal Islamic lifestyle until you put on your Ihram again for Hajj. During Ihram, you can take a bath and wash the clothes you're wearing, but you should be sure to avoid the things that a muhrim, or someone in the state of Ihram, can't do.
الحج أشهر معلومات فمن فرض فيهن الحج فلا رفث ولا فسوق ولا جدال في الحج.
These things include sexual relations and all matters leading to it, committing sins that cause a man to deviate from the path of obedience to Allah, and disputing, arguing, or fighting. Once you wear the ihram, you should make the intention for Umrah by saying the following.